contains historical events that some may find disturbing. It is not recommended for children or the faint of heart. Well, here we have it. As the 5th season of this show gets capped off, I'm going to be doing a story that was inspiring the song Adrenaline that I wrote during lockdown. So when the COVID pandemic happened, I came across this story and another one that inspired me to write the songs. It's actually a dual theme. I'm going to feature the song on this show, but it's actually a dual theme where the chorus is based on something else, something completely different that would be various different countries. So it couldn't be actually defined to one country. And then the content within, the lyrical content within the actual verses of that song are going to be where the other topic of historical events, something that occurred in history, or at least something that was uncovered. It's something that has recently been released to the public in the news. I'm going to be going over some news articles found in The Guardian, and there's various other tabs that I have loaded up and queued up and ready to go. But I'm really going to be using the whole episode just to basically explain where the song Adrenaline came from. So I hope you guys enjoy this as much as you enjoy the music. Let's go! Let it roll! Entire motherfucking episode of 30 minutes is sacrificed to some bullshit that literally is entirely unfucking acceptable. I am communicating messages that are not being fucking recorded. So then for me to continue afterwards, what that makes is to fucking, like, if you've ever seen, let me tell you something really quick. If you've ever seen someone's head being severed, and if you've ever seen a decapitation, I would highly recommend that you burn that image in your fucking brain for the rest of your life. That's my recommendation. But until we get to that point, let's do a history podcast and a history episode about something and two things, rather, that I wrote a fucking song about that everybody can fucking hear.
And excuse me while I do anything that I want, of course. Even though I just fucking said what it was. Wow. Alright, I'm doing a 30-minute episode, and this is going to be 30 minutes of me chatting, basically, because the entire fucking total content, the total, like, fortitude of the actual guts of the content is gone forever. Gone. Totally fucking gone. Just like, not there anymore. Like, doesn't exist. Like, literally not gonna ever be retrieved again. And so I'm going to do 30 minutes of whatever the fuck it is that's there. And it's going to be 30 minutes of whatever the fuck. And then, you know, whatever the fuck it is that I sound like, you know, I'll appreciate any comments. You know, I'll just appreciate, as it's just more time that passed while I continued doing something that I've been doing for quite a while. So I have the experience level here to, and the momentum going to where, you know, I might, you know, maybe needing to say this right now, like, show yourself and reveal your presence or something like that. And then you would be the viewers again, instead of just, like, numbers on the screen. But for now, you know, all of the fucking shit that is literally missing from this, I have to act like, now I have to act like I don't care. And then now I have to act like that there isn't something that's strange about the continuous fucking acting word. You know, I would do an episode about acting or something like that. Or, you know, I would do something about acting. I would cut movies out of the fucking picture completely. You know, or something like that. Or, I don't know. I can go and on and on and on. I can do this forever. But it's a specific premise. It's my phone fucking up on me. I'm recording these on my phone, and it's nothing will stop me. So that's it. That's kind of like a cool thing. I guess I'm excited about it or something. Or maybe I'm indifferent about it. Because of it, or I don't know, whatever. Anyway, the way that it's the way that it's titled is the way that the episode is. So I'll continue just dancing around here a little bit until I'm ready to fucking, you know, talk about the fucking history here. The article that you're looking at right now is from 2021, and it's actually got it's actually got this whole fucking thing on me totally fucked, where I cannot fucking move at all, not even a little bit. And that is where I have to just say, well, oh well, I guess I'm pretty experienced in it, so I can deal with it, or something like that. Anyway, there's a shitload of information in every single fucking one of these clips that I'm doing. Let's see what kind of quality of information and quantity of information that I can provide after the absolute fucking psychological damage that this episode has done me. I'm just gonna say it like that, you know. This fucking episode, and only this episode, has provided to me so much psychological fucking damage that there is nobody that I can go to for justice on it at all. There's nowhere that I can go for justice, and there's nowhere that I can fucking go to fucking cool off and cool down from this, as there is no fucking reason for me to be here at all anyway. So let's start there. But this isn't here. This is actually where I'm from. I'm from here. I'm from there. I'm from here. Not sure exactly where, and wouldn't waste my time on fucking looking into it if I can't even possibly look into this simple fucking thing. That's ridiculous. I'm looking at news articles on my phone and recording what I'm seeing on it and speculating and talking and commentating on it, and I obviously would need to know where I'm from or something like that. And let me run a quick history for you real quick, guys. I ran a marathon a week before St. Patrick's Day from my exact location that I'm at right now, recording this episode, to the Irish American Heritage Center of Chicago, Illinois, and walked back. And here's the story. That was the introduction to the story. Here's the story. When I got there, they were done with the festivities and packing up, and just provided that information for me and nothing else. They just simply said we're done and we're packing up. Now, after running a marathon, I'm pretty sure I'm incapable of doing any kind of anything at all whatsoever. So, a question to the person, any question at all would do. Any question to help your mind maybe realize that you might need to start redirecting and kind of readjusting it a bit, so that you don't have some guy blabbing on a fucking recording on a video right here, right now, about this years later, and then maybe causing all kinds of Pineapple Express problems. And oh wait, stop right there, I have to say to myself, because Pineapple Express is fucked, all movies are fucked, and I fucking hate and despise all actors and acting in movies. Now that's where a crime can be, alluded, that possibly, gaslighting is a great segue into these things, a tool for these guys. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's totally not mine at all whatsoever. Okay, anyway, this is mine and this is my domain, and I'm Mickey GemInEye. In 1950 something, a bunch of fucking babies, 800 of them, were killed for mistreatment in a care home run by nuns that was the responsibility of the Catholic Church. Here we are now, 60, 80 years later, something like that, and these religious order, these words here in this article are saying that the religious order is apologizing to the mass grave, to the Irish mother, and the baby home that literally has no sense to it whatsoever. One mother that they're apologizing to, and they're apologizing to the baby home. Whatever, then read all this. It's horrendous and atrocious that this is what the media has become, journalism has become. I'm just picking up a little bit of more pieces of that from earlier, in the deleted recordings. And what else can I get to right now is, well, I'm from here, I'm from there, so I'm not from here, I'm from there, but this is what I'm doing while I'm here. And really, it seems like nothing for a little while, and then till it doesn't. So after a while, it does seem like something, and maybe right now it feels like something. I don't know, but let's see how much of this and that, whatever else you want to call me that I am, after further, saying that a few more times. It's kind of a two-way street. But what's going on here is that now, after this recording, after this far into doing this many recordings, now with all the other ones being absolutely nothing, this one has become fucking completely refined. It's become completely fucking, I can still cap this one off right now and just fucking call it a fucking day, folks. But with my project before the previous one, titled Pitiful Spawn. There is a track written during lockdown called Adrenaline, and that song Adrenaline is a lo-fi black metal masterpiece, IMO. It's got a dual concept. The one is this mass grave, and the other one is the young blood transfusions held in North Carolina that evidently was shut down, titled Ambrosia. There is a reoccurring theme subliminally of that program, the Ambrosia program, in another song that I can't even locate which one that it is because I'm creating so much black metal, and I'm probably not even making any sense or getting any support because I'm creating so many podcasts. And another thing that was lost in the last video is that I can't even find other people making similar podcasts and actually hang out with them or chat with them because I'm too busy working with the technical difficulties. And last but not least, most likely, it's not for sure though, but most likely I'm not able to make the most optimum quality content because I'm too busy talking about the fact that it keeps fucking up on me. The real enemy here is just the positive people and people who have hope and that pray to God and pray to Jesus Christ and go eat church food and all this other stuff. Everybody else is fine. Now, with this structure of this episode, it started with The Guardian, more of the personal stuff with the victims and everything. Then the Al Jazeera, everything's sectioned off into very specific details and all these other things, and you can kind of get into the investigation, but it's a bit confusing on whether or not that the episode is, whether or not that the crime here that was committed was because of the it just seems like subliminal advertising, trying to advertise a pharmaceutical company. Why wouldn't the pharmaceutical companies be in league, in bed with the media and these news companies? Why wouldn't they? It makes perfect sense. And then as for the fucking final one, that's where we are right now. So, these fucking episodes on the last string of the season, that's where I'm going to get into the conclusion and start walking back down. There's another history one, there's a couple bonus ones, and then there's the recap of the whole season. I'm really stoked about that recap, seeing as how it's going to be showing you all the best parts and showing you all the highlights. All the best stuff is at the end, of course. Now, with this thing and then me looking into it, there isn't anything for me to look into, so I don't know what the fuck that it is. I don't care what the fuck that it is. But I'm looking at the time here and I'm seeing that I'm making this a 30-minute episode, but just cut in half though. So shout outs to the new followers, shout outs to the new subscribers, making sure that you guys go ahead and be aware and mindful that I'm aware and mindful of my own philosophical propensities. But a new, last but certainly not least, and final, a new album was released today that's 2.5 hours. Another album was released today that's 20 minutes. And then this fucking episode here being only 15 minutes, whatever. It's a cut in half episode plus all the other shit. So let me get in what I possibly can get in, while I just seem like the Meager Portions podcaster over here. The Meager Portions podcast, hashtag Meager Portions, who can't seem to fucking figure out like anything at all ever, and he's retarded or something. Still could totally use your support. I'm gonna tell you right now, I know what the fuck to do with things for the most part, but I certainly don't know what to do with things, blah blah blah, whatever. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of shit that's missing from the episode, and this episode is still gonna be fucking put out, and it still sounds pretty good, sounds pretty A1. So let me see how it sounds now. So now with this fucking thing being like a literal can't touch it at all kind of thing, I'm gonna be just saying, sending me $1 is gonna be pretty cool. Receiving the $1, giving you a shout out. One of the things I want to make sure that's in this episode is that I have a requirement for doing live streams on YouTube that until I get 100 subscribers, I can't do live streams on YouTube. Until I'm verified, I keep throwing more personal shit in here, but it's okay. It's still entertaining most of the time. And somehow also miraculously manages not to step on anyone's toes. Go figure. Guess who? With those motherfucking things like that being how I describe myself, I don't know why I could possibly need anybody's fucking advice on what they think about me. But lately I've been doing that. Not where I was going with things. Where I was going with things was the personal fucking live streaming requirements and the verified stuff being like, maybe I'll increase my following because I have verified verified badges. That's just stuff that it's like, that will be a great monumental moment. It's just, do I have any trust that I'm going to be sharing that in any professional, entertaining way at all whatsoever? I don't think so. I don't think I have any trust in that at all. I mean, let's be honest. I'm doing everything perfectly fine, and yet everything is still fucking up on me. It's like, I know what it is personally. I just couldn't possibly put it into words. The things don't go into words. They go into music. They go into philosophy. And speaking of philosophy, I'm going to try to stray from that. But as I was thinking earlier, this new-ish event has a tendency to draw in more philosophy stuff. But I have to return back into this. I have to look further into this. I have to look into this later. Again, as it's very recent, it's not actually history. It is history, it's just not as old of history as some of the other episodes. And, if you looked at the last season, there's personal stories. If you looked at this season, there's actual history. This is world history here. And so that's that. And these songs and these tracks on the new album have actual philosophical dissertation in it, in the form of sketch comedy, but not really. It's uncertain whether it's comedy or not. It's just that it's philosophical in nature, and that it's structured as a sketch. And it's structured in a dialogue between three individuals, and then dissected, separated, mechanically separated, totally. And I say mechanically because I did not intentionally separate it. So what I've done in reparations is added. Actually, I haven't done it yet. I have to read. It's been released. I have to actually add that in. The words for the dialogue into the description. It's so long it might not fit, but I'll fit in as much as I can, and of course remove all the spaces and cram literally all of it in until there's literally 0 characters left allowed. As for that, that's that. And so you won't be able to hear it. You'll just have to read it if this interests you. And if you stumble across this the same way that I stumble across everything I like. Anyway, it's a donezo episode, guys. It's over with. It's done. And I gotta fucking give you a little bit of hinting and foreshadowing as to the AI episode that I was fucking almost You know what? Fuck the AI episode. All I'm going to do is talk about Cradle of Filth. Well, anyway, guys, the episode's fucking done. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell.